Today, we're jumping into a film that really threw people for a loop back in '87, the Coen Brothers' Raising Arizona.
Right, especially if you only knew them from Blood Simple, their first film. Super dark, noirish.
Exactly. And then, bam, Raising Arizona hits this explosion of color, wild comedy, pure energy. It was unexpected, to say the least.
A total swerve.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We want to explore how, underneath all the chaos and laughs, Raising Arizona is actually saying something quite profound.
It's deceptively smart.
Totally. So we're going to look at three main things. First, how it satirizes the whole American dream, the obsession with the perfect family ideal.
Yeah, that's central.
Second, that incredibly unique visual style, how it creates this sort of caricature of chaos.
Visually, it's like nothing else.
And finally, we'll dig into the chaos itself and maybe the possibility of redemption hiding in there. So it's going to be a fun ride into a film that's hilarious, but also makes you think. All right, let's start with the core story, the main couple. H.I. McDonough, Nick Cage, right? A petty criminal, keeps robbing convenience stores.
A repeat offender, yeah, but kind of charming in his own way.
And then there's Edwina, Holly Hunter, a police officer, very meticulous.
On the book.
Yeah.
And she meets him while taking his mugshot.
Which is just perfect, right? Sets the tone immediately. This completely improbable pair, cop and crook.
But they connect over this shared desire, this almost culturally mandatory thing, wanting kids.
And that's what kicks everything off, their inability to conceive.
Exactly. And this is where the satire really bites. Because they can't have a child naturally, parenthood itself becomes, well, something they feel entitled to acquire, like it's a right that's been unfairly denied.
So they decide to steal one.
They steal one from the Arizona quintuplets. And the film frames those babies almost like an excess commodity for the wealthy furniture magnate, Nathan Arizona. He has too many.
Like luxury goods.
Kind of, yeah. And think about that scene where H.I. is actually choosing which baby to take. It's played like he's picking out produce or something.
It's absurd.
Completely. The baby becomes this symbol, this thing you need to have the quote-unquote perfect family. It really critiques how we view the nuclear family ideal. Everyone in the film is chasing some version of it, and it just causes chaos and frustration.
Right. It's presented as this source of immense pressure, not some natural happy state.
Precisely. It's a cultural myth they're dissecting.
Okay, so that's the thematic core. But the way they tell this story is just as important. That visual style we mentioned. How different was it really from Blood Simple?
Oh, night and day. Blood Simple is dark, atmospheric, minimalist almost. Raising Arizona is, well, it's like a live-action cartoon.
So how do they achieve that? With the camera?
Yeah, cinematographer Barry Sonnenfeld used lots of wide-angle lenses, even up close. It distorts faces, makes rooms feel warped.
Gives it that unreal feeling.
Totally. And the camera is always moving, frenetic, gliding, swooping. It's not just watching the action. It feels like it's part of the mayhem.
Participating in the chaos.
Exactly. Think Looney Tunes, but with real actors. The physics sometimes feel optional.
Right, like that famous supermarket chase.
A perfect example. The camera's flying down aisles, between carts, all set to that manic banjo and yodeling score by Carter Burwell. It's pure cartoon logic brought to life.
It's just incredible. But with all that exaggeration, that sort of grotesque comedy, how do they keep us caring about H.I. and Ed? They're kidnapping a baby, after all.
That's the Coen magic, isn't it? Despite the cartoonishness, there's this genuine tenderness. You feel their longing, their flawed humanity.
They seem so earnest in their weird way.
They do. They're terrible criminals, totally inept, but you don't feel like they're truly malicious, just misguided, maybe desperate. The style emphasizes the absurdity, but it doesn't completely erase the emotion. It's a really tricky balance.
And just when they seem to have this fragile setup, their little stolen domesticity, things get even more chaotic.
Oh, yeah. Enter Leonard Smalls.
The bounty hunter from hell, basically. Randall Tex Cobb, this apocalyptic biker.
Straight out of Mad Max, almost. Leather, guns, skulls, pure destruction. And he's after the baby.
He feels less like a character and more like a force of nature.
I think that's deliberate. You could read Smalls as like an embodiment of H.I.'s own darker impulses, his fears, his violent potential, maybe.
Like his subconscious on a motorcycle?
Sort of. So when H.I. finally defeats him, it feels allegorical. Like he's confronting that inner darkness to have any shot at redemption.
But it's not just Smalls threatening them, is it? His past literally comes knocking.
Right. Gale and Avell, his old prison buddies, escape and show up at their trailer.
John Goodman and William Forsythe. Hilarious, but also.
Also pure chaos. They represent that pullback to his old life, the difficulty of escaping your past. The home literally becomes this battleground between the dream of family and the reality of H.I.'s criminal background.
So, surrounded by all this mayhem, the biker from hell, his idiot ex-partners, can H.I. and Ed actually find any kind of peace? Does the film offer them redemption?
Well, the ending is interesting. It's not a simple happily ever after.
It's a dream sequence.
Exactly. H.I. has this dream of the future. Him and Ed, older, surrounded by kids, grandkids. It's peaceful, idyllic almost.
But it is just a dream.
It is, and that's key. The film doesn't give them guaranteed redemption. It offers it as a possibility, a hope, a horizon they might reach.
If they can overcome their tendency.
Their erratic natures, yeah. It's ambiguous, but hopeful. It suggests change is possible, even for them. It feels very human, that uncertainty.
So, wrapping this up, Raising Arizona is doing a lot at once. It's skewering the American dream, that idealized family concept.
Turning parenthood into almost a consumer choice.
It's this wild visual experiment using cartoon logic and energy.
Pushing filmmaking style into really expressive territory.
And it's exploring this tension between utter chaos and the slim, maybe fragile hope for redemption.
All balanced with that unique Coen tone, funny, dark, absurd, poetic.
It really cemented their voice, didn't it? That blend of grotesque humor and genuine heart. It still feels fresh.
Absolutely. A comedy that's also satire, also formally inventive, also kind of philosophical.
So thinking about all this, what does it spark for you, our listeners? How does Raising Arizona's take on family myths or the chaos of just trying to live, how does that resonate today?
Yeah, and what about that style? Does that cartoonishness work for you? Why?
Definitely things to think about. It's a film that stays with you, chaotic, funny, and surprisingly moving.